Today I'd like to talk to you about wrapping a pallet with conventional hand film, or in this case it's our hybrid pre-stretched coreless film. Now, if you're shipping this pallet from your warehouse and you're going across 2 or 3 states, then this pallet here is weighing about 1,000 pounds. Normally you have to put, if you're going to wrap a pallet with a machine, you would put a 3x3 or a 4x4 wrap pattern. That means you go around the bottom of the pallet 3 or 4 times, and then you do about a 50% overlap, and then you go around 3 or 4 times at the top. That's normally how a machine would wrap a pallet. That'll get your pallet there, relatively good shape. It'll keep it together, it won't come off the skid. And with a stretch wrapper, the stretch wrapper can put the stretch film on at least an inch or 2 down onto the wooden skid. Now I see all these videos that people produce, or manufacturers or warehouse people, how to wrap a pallet, and they're using regular hand wrap. Now, I don't know where you are, but we're here in Florida. It's relatively a cool day here, so it's only 95, 98 degrees in a warehouse. And if you go to work and you're going to be wrapping 20, 30 pallets in a day, realistically, are you going to wrap 2 or 3 times, get down to the bottom of the pallet? I don't think so. I mean, just to give you an example, if I was going to wrap this pallet, and I'm going to do it regular way, without a machine or without any type of dispenser or anything, then let's do it like I see everybody in the video doing it. You just wrap it around, going down. Realistically, for me to get to the bottom of this pallet, to make sure that it's secured going backwards, I mean, I'm pretty flexible, I think, but to do this, to go down this low, and go back, and try and stretch the film in here, I mean, I can already feel the blood pressure in my head just from, 10 seconds of doing this. Don't mind going around 4 or 5 times. I mean, this is extremely painful. Now, on the other hand, I'm walking backwards so I could trip over something, or I'm not seeing anything behind me. But I also see in these same videos, people say, hey, it's all about walking forward, it's safer. Now, looking at the video, you can imagine how painful this is going to be. So I have to walk forward, try and hold this wrap down at the bottom of that pallet so it'll keep the product attached. I mean, I'm sure this is going to look pretty painful. I don't even know. I mean, I don't know what warehouse people are operating, but there's no way that you're going to wrap 10, 11 pallets a day doing this. I mean, this is extremely painful. So pretty much, wrapping a pallet with hand film, and if you're not using any kind of machine or a dispenser, I mean, you're not going to get a good wrap. I mean, that's the bottom line. I mean, my thing is, if people can't afford to get a stretch wrapper, they should at least invest in a decent dispenser to wrap the pallet. Now here I have the NWD, and I'm using we're using our pre-stretched hand film on here. So just to give you an example how this works. Same deal, I'll wrap this pallet. So now the key here is I'm walking forward, I'm not bending down, and I'm going to get this wrap down at least 1 inch down on the wooden skid, with minimal effort. I mean, as you can see here, you can see how far down the wrap is. It's easily down 1 inch. I'm not holding the roll in the air. I'm letting the weight of the roll and the weight of the dispenser sit on the floor while I push around. Because the most important part of wrapping this pallet is skid to product. This is the sweet spot. This is where you have to keep it secure. I mean, I could do this all day. Now, as you can see down here, right, just get the dispenser out of the way. You've got 1 inch of film down there. You can feel the holding power on that. And that's it. That's the sweet spot. The rest of the pallet from here up, that's easy. It doesn't require any bending down. This is the key, the bottom of the pallet. But this is all using a regular roll of film and trying to walk forwards or backwards and wrap that low on the pallet. It's extremely painful.